Well, big night in Iowa last night. John Kerry. Well, I mean, he's a Vietnam vet, sincere guy. That new haircut doesn't hurt. He'd be a good president. As long as you don't mind staring at the Grim Reaper face for 4 years. That mortician face of his. He called Dick Gephardt after Gephardt lost. He's like, I'm very sorry for your loss. I recommend the pine coffin. He's a cadaverous Boris Karloff. And then you got John Edwards, who's just the opposite. He's too happy, too upbeat. He should be in the grand ballroom at the Marriott in Charlotte, like giving a real estate motivational seminar. You know? It's like if I told you you could make me the president at home in your spare time and not pay property tax, you'd say, John, you're crazy. Now you got, by the time this show airs, Bush will have given his State of the Union address. You know, all day his stomach hurt. He's not good at that, you know? He's not good at the address. He makes you cringe with his fake happiness. He's not a happy person. Even he cringes when he's speaking, you know, Bush? He's like, I believe that America is on the right track, you know? Here's me trying to support my president when he's giving the State of the Union address. I'm like this. No, don't say, He's got Dick Cheney. Nobody buys Dick Cheney. He's still alive. He's sitting there behind him. He never moves. They set him up an hour beforehand, before they let the audience in. They put on his glasses like Weekend at Cheney's, you know? Jimmy. Good eye, Jim. Continuity. You're always there looking out, aren't you? Here's a quick recap of the Iowa caucus. Ready?
Jane, Matt, Chrissy, and Kate.
All right. Last night, Kerry won. Howard Dean was third. Gephardt booted out. What do you think, Greg? Does this surprise a guy like you?
It doesn't surprise me because Kerry's a great one-on-one campaigner. And he also did something that's very smart for any political candidate, especially if you're running for president. You should rescue someone from dying in Vietnam.
That didn't hurt. Yeah, the guy was from Iowa.
Yeah,
that was
a very smart move.
Is that good luck or just providential that suddenly the guy from Iowa he rescued was a Republican? I mean, you know, you can't go wrong with that.
But the one thing is just that the most important thing is that good luck and providential mean the same thing.
You're right. No, they don't.
They do.
Providential has almost like a spiritual thing, almost like as if it's God-given. Good luck is just happenstance. Now listen,
this may sound shallow.
I know I'm right because he agreed with you. He goes, yeah, they do. Stupid, shut up. This Essex County community, one semester, dum-dum. Listen to me. Yeah, Essex County. Hey, I thought that last Essex County thing went well. Didn't you, Jim? Did you like my dramatic fake?
Yeah, it was good.
I really should be in like Elizabethan plays. Anybody else want to say anything about anything?
I like the fact that you're wearing a vest and your stomach is sticking out of it. This may sound really shallow.
It really hurts.
I don't know much about John Kerry, but I can't vote for any guy that looks like a seahorse with a JFK wig.
They're also saying now that Kerry can't possibly win in the South. I was watching the coverage last night. That he can't, even if because he looked pretty good last night. I thought the speech was very good after he won. But they say he can't win in the South. And I watched all the pundits discussing it. They said, well, is it because he's rich, you know, or because he's from the North? But they decided it's because people in the South are stupid.
Oh. But I still don't know why they have the caucus in Iowa because it doesn't represent America. I mean, there's no Puerto Ricans, no black Arabs, people in Iowa. Who's in Iowa? Yeah. Most Americans don't even know where Iowa is, you know?
You're right, it doesn't represent America.
And it's not the Midwest either. If you divide the country in half, it's the far west.
It's the far west?
You who? That should have gotten something.
We didn't hear it, stupid, because you were cutting everybody off.
I didn't mean to.
And you know what, shut up. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't, boss.
Oh.
Could you stop pandering to Colin, please?
I'm not pandering to Colin.
Yes, you are. You go, I'm sorry, boss. Forgive me, boss.
Here's my boss.
Boss, you sound like you a 1960s slave. Yes, boss, I'll clean them up,
First
Mr.
of all,
Boss.
you look like old dirty bastard, but sloppier and fatter.
No, do not laugh at that.
Let them laugh.
All right, listen.
Do not laugh at that.
All right, let's forget about the caucus. What do you black dudes think about the election? You interested in this? Who are the black people going to go for?
We ain't voting for none of these guys.
What's that?
Dean is a psychopath on ecstasy. The other dude is dead. And black dudes, no matter how bad we want a black president, we ain't voting for one with a perm. No pimps in the office.
And none of them going to take drugs out of the community or do anything that black people really want to happen in America.
And
anyway,
one of them is in favor of everybody having guns. I would be in favor of it too, except they're gonna have black guys with muskets instead of regular guns or slingshots or something.
That's true. They're not known for their high automatic weapon now. All right.
But you know why?
Wait, this is a perfect intro to talk about my cousin. So what we're doing is a segment throughout the election. We're doing something called We the Peoples. We look at everyday people, think what they think about the presidential candidates. So we have each normal person representing a candidate. My cousin caught John Kerry. We didn't know he was going to blow up and win last night. That's the way it is. You may think it's favoritism. Who knew John Kerry's going to be number one? Let's see what he thinks about some of Kerry's positions like gun control. Ready? Dill.
John Kerry believes all Americans have a right to own a gun. Well, once I had a gun stuck to my head by a bookie I owed money to, so except for him, I'll go along with everybody should own a gun.
Your family is definitely the last person that should own a gun. He won't even get his teeth fixed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Does he have a dental plan?
Yeah.
You know, you got to be making something.
At least if you own a gun, you should have a dental plan.
But you know, John Kerry, and that's why I'm surprised you guys see none of these candidates will do anything for the black community. For example, John Kerry is also wildly in favor of affirmative action, which I think would be a great thing because affirmative action would really help black people and they could rise up and maybe learn not to wear their janitor shirts on TV.
Now, wait a minute.
I know you ain't talking about that.
Do we have the...
No, I'm saying I'm on your side.
He's on your side. Now, do we have that clip of Dill? Big Dill? Ready? My cousin talks about affirmative action. This is great. Everything's falling into place. Providential.
John Kerry supports affirmative action. For me, I haven't had a job in 20 years, so unless he's going to get me a job, I don't really care.
He
Thanks,
didn't have
Dill.
a job. I thought that coat was, he was like a detective or something.
You thought he was Columbo with that jacket?
Yeah.
Why don't you leave my poor cousin alone, okay?
Because he's not here to defend
He looks
himself.
like a Perth. Yeah, go ahead.
Your cousin is awful.
Yeah.
No, he's not awful. He's a very funny human being.
He's a good guy.
He's a good fella. He just hasn't been able to find work for a while.
Yeah, maybe I would have thought he'd been working at a rock candy factory.
You sons of bitches are messing with my cousin's dental work. His grill, as I like to say. You know what? It's funny, I guess, when you have health insurance, maybe for the average American like him, we should think more about Kerry's stance on health insurance.
Amen, boss.
Thanks, Jim. And he didn't say that to kiss up to me. I think he really felt that one.
The boss is right.
Yes, sir, boss.
Healthcare
He
for
actually
America.
made Kerry look handsome in that photo.
Oh, I think he looks a little like Kerry, my cousin.
He has the same awful hair.
You mean a full head of nice hair, stupid? Yes, you're right. I will not have my family slandered like this. Hey, I'd like to see your cousins, how they'd fare on the show, guys. All right. We'll be right back. Now, that was a little more like it. All right, fellas, Act 2, remember, gusto, enthusiasm. Sex shops in Tokyo are under fire for selling young girls used underwear in vending machines. They're selling young girls used underwear. Do you understand the world's gone? First of all, why does everybody say young is like, oh, it smells as purity? 12 years of peeing and dumping, it's still not going to be, you know what I mean? Even if it's a 12-year-old, it's an illusion. Jim, no?
Well, I think you raise a good point. And I don't understand why any sicko would actually pay for that when you could just sneak into a laundromat and get them for free.
I think that misses the big picture. Go ahead, Todd.
Anybody that sits up and buys panties, they should be like sitting next to the vending machine with a box full of handcuffs, just slapping them on people, because those are the ones with the crap on their computer, the porn on their computer.
They should kill them.
Well,
That's what I like about the Middle East. What's that?
How do you know, by the way, if what you're getting, like, are they labeled like these were worn during a 12-mile bike ride? Or is there like...
Is he inquiring for himself, or is he asking a question?
These were worn during a Hillary Duff dance-off.
But the fact that they even have vending machines, like they say they sell them in vending machines that has porn in them and everything. Like you said, you can't. These are for people that can't even wait to get home to their computer. People are buying porn on the street. Like, I got to masturbate immediately. It's a creepy concept.
And what about when you put in the money, you pull the wrong thing, you get like a Reese's Pieces, and you want it somebody's bed. How many times has that happened? Let's move on. What's the next subject? I just think, calling all sheep. This is, wait till you hear about this one. It's our new recurring segment. We say calling all sheep. We examine the pop culture trends. We're going to start off by exploring the current phenomenon in Newsweek. This is not like we're looking in perverted magazines. Newsweek, men shaving and waxing their balls, okay? It's like the latest, look, it's Newsweek. I don't want, it seems stupid, but now I do want to try it. Maybe I'll do a trial run with Scotch tape tonight at my house, but what do you think about this? Anybody?
I'd like to comment if I may. Honestly, I have.
Have you done it?
I haven't because I have very, very small, hairless balls. I swear to God, I had, one girlfriend told me that I had baby balls. If you only saw my balls, you'd be willing to buy my underwear out of a vending machine in Tokyo.
Now, I'm gonna be real. I trim mine just so my package could look handsome, you know.
Right, yeah. No, trimming is the oldest trick.
I trim it nice and neat, make little shapes.
Anybody that shames their balls is a psychopath, okay? I don't want nothing sharp close to my balls. And I read that article. They actually, you have to go to a salon to get somebody. Who takes the test for ball shaving?
That's a good point.
I think it's just an excuse for men to have someone touch their balls.
You're right. Yeah. You're right.
I've waxed my balls, but by
Have you really?
By accident.
What happened?
I sat on a candle.
You know,
I believed you too. That's what tells me.
I actually had.
Who actually looks at their balls that much to go, you know what, this is just getting a little out of hand?
Well, if they go to the beach.
I'm sick of this obsession that men have. I mean, half the country is spending money to have hair put on their head, and the other half to have it removed from their balls. How about this? If you have like a bald head and a hairy bag, you just walk on your hands.
But isn't that like the new term, like metrosexual, where men are doing more?
Yeah, they're doing more feminine things like that.
That ain't metrosexual. You're just a plain old sissy if you get your balls shaved.
I don't agree.
Dude that's not gay, but he's on a waiting list.
But do you think women should shave and do this Brazilian bikini?
Yes, all of it. God, I don't like any of it.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't like it all.
I want it on there. I want to feel like I'm with a woman and not with a...
Yeah, it's a 12-year-old. It's too much. It's excessive.
I know what you're saying, and I don't mean that. It's not for the young look, but I just think that aesthetically, certain things are very nice to look at. And
that's the first time you've ever used the word aesthetically, you funny, but go ahead.
And you know what? I bet he knows where every one of those pandy vending machines are, too.
And if I want to talk about aesthetically, I can, because I like the way things sound. It's aesthetically...
Say it one more time without messing it up. You can't.
I can't.
You did twice. You got away with twice. What was that word?
Aesthetically.
Wait, spell it.
He did say it.
A-S-T-H-E-T-ickly.
No, stupid. Listen, let's talk about Playboy is premiering a new hip-hop themed show, Bagua, that features porn and uncensored videos. Playboy's president said today's hip-hop culture is based on the same principles that Hugh Hefner originally introduced into this country 50 years ago. What do you think about that, Kyle?
First of all, they already have a Playboy hip-hop channel. It's called BET. But there are 9 elements of hip-hop, and none of them include butt-naked women. You know what I mean? See,
I don't know what you watching then, because every video...
Nah, but that's what they're doing now. They're ruining the whole image
Who's
of
they?
hip-hop.
You're trying to pick it on white people, I know it, but go ahead.
It's not about white, but just, you know, people selling out to the
white masses?
Money and the masses.
Yo, y'all
I knew we were responsible for everything.
You are responsible for everything.
I know we're responsible for all those videos in the early 90s.
Yes, because y'all run the record company. And
yes,
y'all say,
exactly.
I know it's a love song. Put some booty in it.
Oh, yeah, that's the white guy saying that.
Yeah, it is.
We're well known for our videos with a lot of booty in.
That's because the white guy's the one that puts out the money for these videos.
Yeah, so that's what we do.
And he knows that booty sells.
And they always buy into black stereotypes.
Interesting.
White media love black
I knew we were
stereotypes.
responsible somehow. I just didn't know how. That was very interesting.
But it is a good point that it's the same principles that Hefner originally espoused, because it was all, even in the 50s, it was all about just weed and bitches. I remember that.
But I like the fact, I didn't like what he said, there's the 9 principles of hip-hop. I never heard about this. Is this some kind of like 9 principles, like Kung Fu, Shaolin I want to know about this.
What is principles 1 through 8? Rhyme.
Let's all enjoy respectful silence.
Actually, it's 9 expressions of hip-hop.
Kyle, you let him off the hook by talking.
I will actually take that one.
No, don't even talk.
No, I'm going to talk.
Let us all sit in the moment.
I swung for the fences, and I missed. Shh.
He really refers to the audience.
Nobody would... We could have just all kept him in a shame-filled silence.
I wouldn't be ashamed. I'm having fun.
Shut up!
No,
you're talking now just to keep me from being
I'm having fun. Oof.
All right, let's say that line again. What's 1 through 8? Rhyme? We'll be right back.